Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, bringing you a brand new subject today, still in the same vein as what we were talking about, benefits, SSI, SSDI, the DAC. So we're going to keep moving in this direction, but we're going to put a little wrinkle in it today. Okay, so today is going to be how to save while on SSI and other benefits. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. So let's get started. This is Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, bringing you simple ideas and strategies to help lower your financial pressures today so you can get back to what's most important, taking care of your family. Look, being on SSI is there's no shame in it because expenses for special needs are at the very minimum ten to $15,000 extra a year, as statistics have said. So some people are going, man, I wish it was only 10 to 15,000, right? I understand that, but statistically, that's what we're looking at, and that alone puts you in a position to need a help because you can't pay all the copays. You can't pay all the out of pocket because it's not covered by your insurance. All this stuff that happens, right? So, no shame in being on SSI. All right. Both our sons have SSI. They're 25 years old. And those monies help pay for their food, room and board, and whatever other utility expenses that they have. And quite frankly, if they were typical 25 years old, quite frankly, I'd be considering them probably moving out or out of my house by now, right? They would have been, if they went to college, out of college, starting a career, maybe starting a family. I don't know. But that's not happening right now. So we have these extra expenses. So getting back to it, how to save while on SSI and other benefits. So let's talk about if your family's on SSI right now. Okay. Your whole family. And because your child has special needs and your income is below the threshold. Um, and so there's two ways you can save, but there's probably only one that you can that doesn't cost anything, right? I mean, if we've sat down and we've got you budgeted and you've got a little bit of money at the end that you can put aside every month, the best thing that you can do to save and to avoid your benefits being dinged, right? SSI or SSI and or Medicaid getting dinged or you having problems is having an ABLE account. Having an ABLE account in your state, out of your state, with a private company, however you want to do it, whatever is the biggest or best benefit, how you see fit for your family, you do that. And well, Mark, why would I get an ABLE account? Well, ABLE accounts are great. You save money monthly, and I recommend, most states say you can put a minimum of 25 in there a month. I do at least 50 if you can afford it. Why? It adds up more and less of your balance is going to get eaten up by fees, percentage wise. You know what I mean? So, because the fees are the same, but if you have a higher amount, well, I'm talking administrative costs from the state, not necessarily depending on what kind of account you have. We can get into sales charges and management fees and all that stuff. I'm just talking about the regular fees from the state. If you put in $50 or more a month, you'll overcome those fees easier. Okay. More easily. I believe that's correct. So anyway, so then you start putting money every month in an ABLE account. Why? These are for future expenses, now expenses, and also emergencies. This is how you can help yourself not have to keep pulling from your regular bank account, savings and or checking to pay for emergencies. You can start building up that first $1,000 in like an emergency fund. You will say, well, Mark, isn't the money for my son or my daughter? Yes. But as long as they're in your house and they're a minor, your emergencies are theirs. Why? It directly affects their life. You think of an emergency you can have that won't directly affect your child's life, or in this case, indirectly affect your child's life. I can't think of one. And if you do think of one, you're a genius. I can't see anything happening to you or anything you own that won't indirectly or directly affect your child. So, emergency fund, use it for those expenses, home, car, whatever is necessary. If it's to improve or keep up the child's lifestyle so that they can thrive, it's going to fall under the qualified disability expenses in the ABLE account, and you save. And look, if you don't have to use it for an emergency, because the best thing you can do is money can go in and out of that thing without penalty or taxes all the time, as many times as you like, depending on what you need to, maybe you're supplementing expenses. I don't know. But over time, if your child's a minor, 12, 10, 8, 7, or even younger, then you have a nice lump sum of cash to start their life when they turn the age of majority, age 18, right? If they're functioning well enough to go to school, vocational school, or start to have community involvement or volunteering at the age of 18, then you've got this chunk of money, 5, 10, 15, $20,000 or more saved in this ABLE account so that you can use to supplement their expenses if they, for some reason, they're now living out of your house, right? Because SSI may not cover all their expenses if they're not working and going to school or volunteering or in a vocational program, they're not making money, so their expenses may need to be supplemented. And if they have an emergency, there it is right there to cover emergencies, right? So that's a great place to save for their now expenses and their future expenses into the future for now and in forever. Because what? When they turn 18 and let's say they get their own SSI, they can actually save in the ABLE account themselves. They can always do that. But usually most children aren't making money, but the SSI money, you can put funds in there into the ABLE account, right? So the other way you can do it is with a special needs trust, but most people can't afford a special needs trust if they're on SSI. You have to save for it. So you save for it in your ABLE account. When you get $2, $3, $4, $5,000 saved, whatever it's going to cost you to get your special needs trust, third party special needs trust put aside or set up for your child, then do that. Okay. And you can also put assets in there. We usually say larger assets go in a special needs trust. So segueing, since we said special needs trust, now your child, either you have a special needs child and you make too much income, or your child is of age of majority, 18, and they're making their own income or they're on the SSI themselves. Now that's where special needs trust comes in, and you can get more creative where you and your spouse can start saving in your own name outside of a special needs trust, outside of the ABLE account, and put money aside for the future. You can put it in a mutual fund. You can save it in a CD. You can do it in a money market account. It doesn't matter where you put it as long as it accumulates over time. You keep saving every month, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. You get tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars put aside. And who's the beneficiary? Your child's special needs trust, so that when you're gone, this lump of money, and I also suggest that you have a living trust so that there's no probate involved, especially if your child has a disability where their cognition or their abilities is they're not able to do take care of their own affairs or hire an attorney or go to court and take care of probate. I think even if you don't have a special needs child, a living trust is a good idea, because then boom, your wishes happen immediately. No probate. All the things are divided up and it happens exactly as you want. Okay. But getting back to it, that's one way to save for the future for your child. There's also now you're wide open now. Ways that you can save in this special needs trust. ABLE accounts, the same thing. Now you can just keep it going. Unless you feel like you got to grow it after they're 18, I don't know. I don't think it's necessary, especially if it's used as an expense account, right? Depending on where you are, some or most states have the Medicaid payback. If you have the Medicaid payback, you want to keep your ABLE account not too much higher than 30, 35 grand, depending on expenses or emergencies. Why? Because anything in your son's or daughter's name is considered their estate, and Medicaid comes for money in their estate to pay them back, because that's what it's called, the payback. Medicaid considers everything that they give your child a loan. It's not an entitlement. So just like Social Security is considered an insurance program, not a retirement program, you are going to, in this case, not as Social Security, but in the Medicaid case, have to pay back anything, pay back what they are asking for from the estate of the deceased beneficiary, which was your child, right? So that's why we keep it low enough so that you use it all with final expenses. So there's zero left in that zero. That's a better zero left in that account. So there's nothing to come for, right? And you've put the majority of assets in the special needs trust. So here we go. We've already said, pardon me, a little thing flying around. We've already said saving in a separate account, putting together a living trust so that all your assets can easily move over to the third party special needs trust, because it's a great way to put large assets. Life insurance claims, large life insurance claims in the name of the beneficiary of the trust, in the name of the trust, not your child, the trust. Those assets can go in there. Your home can go in there. Your business and or business income can go in there, right? Your child's, pardon me, any gift larger than about 10 grand should probably be put into the special needs trust. Why bog down the ABLE account? If you've already got tens of thousands of dollars, even if you got 10 grand in there, why double that money to put that stuff in danger for later, unless they have to have it, unless it's necessary, right? You can always transfer money into the ABLE account anyway. Not a big deal, okay? So just a couple of different things to think about. While on SSI and your child's a minor, we're just, we are, pardon me, we are, also, people think, I want to cover this last thing, retirement accounts. Please, please, if any of your retirement accounts are a deferred compensation account, a 401k, a 403b, a 457, deferred comp from the fire department, deferred compensation from police or any other service position, lineman, whatever, 401k at your job. Listen to me, traditional IRA. If you have to pay taxes on that money being taken out after you retire, you don't want that money in your child's special needs trust. Why? This is what I'll tell you. Special needs trusts will tax income that comes from that trust, meaning any growth for any assets in that trust. So if you put a 401k that grows every year because it's managed, then that income will be taxed by the special needs trust. And then when the money is taken out to be used, it will be taxed again. Double tax, don't do it. The only retirement account that makes any kind of sense, and I honestly, unless you can afford to do it, I would say don't put any of your retirement money in your child's special needs trust. Save separately for it, because that's for you to make sure that you're solid at retirement so that if anything happens, God forbid, you can help your child. But if you can't help your child because now the money is all tied up in the special needs trust, you're kind of stuck. So this way, but Roth IRA monies are a good retirement, the only retirement account that I think is good to put in there, because the money goes in after tax dollars, does not get taxed on the growth, and does not get taxed after 59 and a half when the money is taken out. Okay? So if there's no extra taxes, pardon me, if there's no extra taxes, then you're not going to have to worry about paying tax on tax with the special needs trust. Okay? So there's a bunch of ways to save in the special needs trust, but then also how to utilize SSI as a savings tool by using your ABLE account. Okay? Whether it be your child is a minor or an adult. Okay? I hope you found this very informative and valuable. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's something that you would like to talk more about, our calendar link is below. Set a complimentary consultation right now at right here. Our calendar link should be in the comments in there somewhere if you're on YouTube or in Facebook. If you're in Facebook and you're not on our YouTube channel where all our close to 200 videos are or more now, go there and subscribe. We're looking to get as many subscribers as possible so we can get this information to people as fast as possible. And you can send it to your friends better from YouTube than you can Facebook, especially if they don't do Facebook or you just want to send one video. It's a lot easier. And if you're on YouTube right now, and you want to join our Facebook group, Financial Guidance for Special Needs Families in Facebook, look us up. If you have a special needs child and you have questions, answer our three little questions and we'll get you in. We'd love to have you. We are so grateful for all you being here. It's a blessing from the Lord. Thank you so much. So this has been Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, bringing you simple ideas and strategies to help lower your financial pressures today so you can get back to what's most important, taking care of your family. Have a blessed rest of your week, a great weekend, and we will see you again real soon. Take care and bye-bye.